This week is CPR and AED Awareness Week, and the American Heart Association wants everyone to know that you can play a huge role in helping to save a life. Joining me now with more on the importance of learning hands-on CPR is Nicole De Leon. She is the Vice President of Development with the Heart Association for Palm Beach County. Welcome, Nicole. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
We have our red
I know, we're
today,
matching
right?
here.
Yeah. So why is it so important for people to know CPR?
So there are over 350,000 cases of sudden cardiac arrest each year, and the majority of those don't survive. So we want to make sure that people feel empowered, they know how to do handling CPR. Providing handling CPR can double and sometimes triple the chance of survival when administered right away. So we want to make sure that everybody knows how to do those important steps.
So what are the key things that someone should keep in mind when performing CPR? Actually, let's backtrack. First, what are the kind of the signs that CPR needs to be
so if you see somebody starting to go unconscious, if you see somebody starting to really have trouble breathing, we know there's two really quick things that we can do. One, you don't have to be a trained medical professional to perform handling CPR. If you're in a crowd, have somebody call 911. If you're by yourself, call 911. And then you want to push hard and fast in the center of the chest. We're aiming for 100 to 120 beats per minute. If you're on the phone with 911, the operator can count that down for you.
Okay.
Or you can put a song in your head. So we actually have a Spotify playlist that has all types of songs, of all types of genres. My personal favorite is Staying Alive by the Bee Gees.
Okay.
But if you have a song kind of going in the back of your head, you can kind of keep that cadence going and provide that support until a trained medical professional arrives.
So we're talking about 100 to 120 of the
beats per
presses.
minute.
Yeah, okay, all right, perfect. And you guys have a Nation of Lifesavers initiative. What is that all about?
So we're really trying to create what we call a Nation of Lifesavers. We want to double that survival rate by 2030. So to do that, we want to have at least one person in every household that knows handling CPR. Because we know sudden cardiac arrest can happen anywhere. It can be out when you're at dinner with your family and friends, you're with the kids in the soccer fields on the weekends. It could be anywhere at work. So we want to make sure that everybody, no matter where you are, feels comfortable and confident. So Nation of Lifesavers is our initiative to do that. We're thrilled to have so much community support and corporate support. TBC Corporation is our local sponsor of Nation of Lifesavers, but it's really just a great way for us to make sure that everybody knows those two key steps of calling 911, push hard and fast in the center of the chest, and they can save a life.
And how can people get involved?
They can go to heart.org and they can get more information about becoming a Nation of Lifesavers. They can get more information about the events. We have Life's Essential 8, which are 8 key areas to reduce your risk of heart disease. So there's all types of information on heart.org.
Yeah. We have an AED right outside those doors right there.
Beautiful.
So let's talk about AED also raising awareness this week as part of CPR and AED Awareness Week.
Absolutely. So even if you're in a situation and you have to perform handling CPR and you have somebody call 911 or you're on the phone with 911, if you're in a group, ask somebody to look for an AED.
Yeah.
They're in a lot of public places, parks, businesses, schools. Make sure that somebody asks to use that AED or to look for that AED. 911 can also walk you through how to use an AED. A lot of them have the instructions on them, but also in the moment of, in the middle of it, 911 can walk you through how to use that AED as well until trained medical professionals arrive.
Perfect. Nicole, final message here before we wrap up?
Anyone can be a lifesaver. So truly, you don't have to be a trained medical professional. Anyone can truly save a life. Call 911, push hard and fast in the center of the chest.
All right, thank you so much. And get that song in your head, right, that you want when you're doing the CPR. All right, Nicole, thank you so much for that website that Nicole gave you earlier. We have it on our website as well, WPBF.com. Just search for the web story there and you will find the link to heart.org.